Greetings, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it is Tuesday, which means I have this video out for you on time. Now, my apologies about last week. I did play Hogwarts Legacy last Tuesday, but then I got sick on Wednesday and Thursday, and by Friday, it was like, it's a bit late for it, and I had a live stream on Friday, so my apologies for last week. A couple of people I know got sick with some kind of stomach thing, including, members of my own family, so first I thought I'd eaten something. Anyway, my apologies for last week. I am proud to give you this week's weekly reset on Tuesday, on time. And I do have the bosses for Challenge of the Elders. And I will be uploading a video with me soloing challenge. I didn't make it to the 30,000. I was like 2,000 off. Anyway, let's see what we have in store for this week. Because all I looked at was Challenge of the Elders. So I don't know what else is going on. So, yes, I will be just as surprised as you watch this video. Now, first off, as usual, we have Crucible, we have Mayhem Clash, 6v6 team deathmatch. Now, I've heard mixed things about Crucible. I remind people that if you really want to go into Crucible in Original Destiny, and you have people who play Destiny with you, which I keep encouraging people to just re-download Destiny. I mean, everyone's like, yeah, I love Destiny. Yeah, I want to play Destiny. I wouldn't mind playing, but I have to download it. Get it. It's a great deal. Even if you don't own it, just get it. It's a great deal to get. You get so much content. Even if you just buy the digital, which is like $60, you get everything. Everything. The only thing you're missing is like Trials and Iron Banner. So even the weekly recess people are surprised to find out that's all going. Anyway, you have a bunch of people with you who want to play Original Destiny, you can go into private matches. Go into Crucible. As I said, I keep reminding people, private matches are still a thing, and you can do Sparrow Racing League. You can. It doesn't look like you can, but you can. You go into game options, you go to game type, and even though it's blacked out, it's because by default it picks a map that is not available, for Sparrow Racing League. So you can pick it. See? I picked it. Even though it's blacked out, I picked it. Then you go over here and you change the map to something that's not blacked out, like Hakon Precipice, and then see, you can pick everything else. So private matches, if you really want to do Crucible and you're having difficulty, some people who want to play Destiny. I'm on Xbox and PlayStation, so Feline Uprising on Xbox, Feline Revolution on PlayStation, and I have light 400 characters on both, so I've been playing on both. Next, we've got the weekly story playlist, which I call the best way to farm legendary marks. Because you could get over 100 legendary marks. And I remember when those things were hard to get. You had 15 a day for the weekly story playlist. Weekly story mission. There was one a day. You got 15. Now you can do this 5 times a week and get over 100 legendary marks and a Treasure of Ages box. Keep in mind, I always remind people, you cannot hold more than 200 legendary marks. So once you get to 200, that's it. No matter how many you earn, you're not going to get them. So once you get to 200, spend some, or you're going to lose out. I love the story playlist. It's one of those things I wish they brought to Destiny 2. I like playing original stories. I love going through the map and just playing old missions. Yeah, Destiny's my favorite. And I love the old stories were fun. You'll also get a Treasure of Ages box, which is how you get the silver dust. Anyway, this week we have Dark Champions. Dark Champions are just bosses, more or less. Stuff like the Echo of Oryx and the crystal that held the soul of Crota. Stuff like that. So, Dark Champions. The modifiers are heroic. Enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. It's because you didn't bring cookies. So you ran through these missions, not on heroic, and then you're going through them again. And you weren't even polite enough to bring them food. I'm pretty sure these Fallen are pretty hungry, or Taken, or Hive, or whoever you're fighting. And you couldn't be bothered to make them some food. So they're pissed, and they brought their friends. And they're out to get you. So heroic enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Then you have Berserk. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. Which isn't that bad with Hive, Fallen, Vex, Taken, unless the Taken are Cabal. Berserk is a nightmare when it comes to Cabal, because remember, it's Original Destiny, and Original Destiny, you can't shoot through the shields, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, on the contrary. I hate the Mighty Red Legion with their shields that you can shoot through. The goddamn Grineer in Warframe. The Grineer. Okay, they're not exactly known for their intelligence. The Grineer. Okay, the broken, damaged clones with an IQ in the single digits. Many of whom have a vocabulary of a single word. I mean, the best way is to look at call. Call says things like, call, not afraid. Whereas the corpus, you literally have them saying things like, lucrative and sagacious. Yes, the Grineer, not known for their intelligence, have better shields than the Cabal in Destiny 2. Yes, this is going to continue to be a sore point for me. Berserk, in original Destiny, you know how to deal with Cabal in original Destiny. You shoot them in the foot or the shoulder. They flinch. They drop their shield. You shoot them in the head. When Berserk is in effect, that does not work. You gotta keep shooting them in the foot or go from behind. So, Berserk is a pain in the butt when you're dealing with Cabal. And then you have Catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. So that's good to use against the Cabal. Getting them with your grenades, get it under the shield, you're good. So that's a good thing to have. So grenades are good to have when you're going up against the Cabal. I use my heavy as well. Anyway, Dark Champions, bosses, great. Legendary marks, get your legendary marks. Just nostalgia vibes. Nostalgia vibes. Original Destiny. Alright? And what next? And we got the Siva Crisis Heroic, which are the strikes from Original Destiny. Which I like the strikes from Original Destiny a lot more. I feel like they're more creative, they're more fun. Oddly, one of the things that I've never understood is you get more legendary marks doing story playlist than you get doing strike playlist, which is interesting because I would think that the strikes they take longer and are harder. This take. Especially once you get to light 400, then it's like, yeah, you breeze through these. You don't have to think. I mean, even the modifiers, half the time I don't even pay attention to the modifiers. I just go right into weekly story playlist without any thought. On the other hand, so we have Siva Crisis Heroic. Some of them aren't easy. So you have Heroic again. Still won't bring them food. I mean, how many times do I have to say, at least bring a cake? One of those big sheet cakes? Share them? You have enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive because they're pissed at you because you didn't bring them food. Then you have Arc Burn. Arc damage from any source is greatly increased. How many times have I told you to pick up Zalo Supercell from Zur? At this point, unless you're a new person who's just discovered the channel, which then, welcome Destiny player. Welcome. I've been telling you on a weekly, every time it's come up, to pick up Zalo Supercell. Because Zalo Supercell is a primary exotic that gives you Arc Burn. Well, Arc. It's great for Arc Burn. Know what I mean. Okay. Then we have Specialist. Special weapon damage is favored. Go with a Arc secondary weapon as well. That will melt them. Like, just melt them. Arc Burn and Specialist will burn them through them. Alright? Well, electrocute. And then you have Fresh Troops. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. That's fun. That means there's more stuff you need to shoot. Yes. One of the reasons I actually prefer using a primary weapon over heavy is because it means there's more stuff to shoot. Think about it. A rocket could take out like 5 enemies, right? The primary, you have to take out those individual enemies. We're shooting. I like the shooting. That's one of the reasons why I always favor primary. I like shooting more enemies. So, Siva Crisis Heroic, let me know, is there any strikes that are your favorite from Original Destiny? Are you like me? Do you like the strikes from Original Destiny more than the strikes from Destiny 2? Other than the one with the ogre that came with Rise of Iron. No words on that one. The one with the unkillable ogre and the Splicer Priest? And you can't kill the ogre? Damn, that dude is hard. Especially if Void Bird is in effect. I went through that one as part of the Siva Crisis Heroic, and it was like my fire team kept abandoning me. Like, people kept rotating out because that thing would just melt us. That dude is tough. Alright? All the other ones you could get through, but that dude is tough. You know, some of those bosses, you just go in there and within seconds you like melt him down. That one is rough. But still, I prefer Siva Crisis Heroic. I like original Destiny Strikes. I'm down. Alright. So, good way to... I mean, you get up to 30 legendary marks. And a Treasure of Ages box. So, you know how it is. There it is. Alright, next we have the weekly Nightfall Strike. Weekly Nightfall Strike is the one with the Archon Priest on Venus. I have soloed it. It is Winter's Run. But you go through the other part of the map. You don't go through it here. That's not how you get... Oh. I'm just showing you where it is on the match. Find the Archon before they fully restore his soul. I have soloed it. Not that bad. See, he tends to stick all the way in the distance. What I would do is memorize the order. I mean, like I said, one of the frustrating things is I haven't done a lot of this stuff in years. So years ago when I was trying to solo these, I would memorize boss orders and be prepared. So, oh yeah, once I get his health up to this point, those dudes are going to come over from there and I should be prepared for them. You know, I would save my super for certain points. I would save my heavy for certain enemies and certain bosses. So like with Omnigul. You know, it's like, yeah, there was the ogre over there, and the ogre over there, and the ogre over there, and you knew where the knights were. So this one, Winter's Run, I had it memorized. I actually used to prefer using my Sparrow over using the fallen motorcycles. I would climb over a certain point, and yeah, but it's been a while, so can't remember the exact details. I actually got that shotgun that goes in the primary slot, that exotic shotgun that goes into your primary slot. I got it from Winter's Run. So that's the Nightfall. The modifiers for the Nightfall that's the Siva Heroic. The modifier for the Nightfall are epic, heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in greater numbers. Because I mean, you're just being rude all around. You couldn't just bring them some champagne or something. Drunk, then they'll be easier to shoot. I don't know. Just, you know, do them a favor, or they're going to appear in epic, mega epic proportions. Then you have specialists. Special weapon damage is favored, so go at them with your fusion rifle, your shotgun, sniper rifle, your sidearm. I used to love sidearms before everyone got all into them. Then chaff. Player radar is disabled. I did rely a little on the radar at the end, but this isn't a really bad one. You know, if I'm going to have a negative modifier, one that makes it harder, chaff is not a big deal. Then we have Ironclad. More enemies have shields. Pain in the butt. This is the one that I don't like. Exposure. Now, how many times have I told you to pick up Red Death? It's like Zalo. Now, I believe actually Red Death was one of Zerd's offerings this week. Unless you're new, then it's not your fault. If you're new, welcome. I'm a primary Destiny player, but I play a whole bunch of other stuff, mostly stuff with shooting. I like my first-person shooters, and my third-person shooters, and my isometric shooters, and anything that involves shooting, though I have played Hogwarts Legacy. My rainbow hat. Because Hogwarts Legacy is like shooting with a wand, okay? That's how, to me, you clarify it. Hogwarts Legacy is a shooter. You're just shooting with a wand, okay? It's a lot of shooting magic. Anyway, so, welcome. Otherwise, I did say Red Death is a great weapon to have for exposure. So exposure, Guardian Shields are increased, which they are, but they do not replenish. So now you get double the benefit. Not only, if you have Red Death, do you get the increased shields, but, where's my Red Death, which I always carry with me? Red Death, each kill heals you and speeds up reloads, so your health will replenish, and it's increased. I'm going to keep telling people to pick up Red Death, okay? Keep reminding you, if you haven't picked it up yet, you need Red Death. Red Death, like I said, it's one of those weapons I carry with me at all times, because there's always, you never know when you might need it. So Red Death is great to have. There's also an area at Crota's End where your health doesn't replenish, and Red Death is great for that as well. So Red Death. So that is great against exposure. So that's the Vanguard Nightfall. Keep in mind, do not forget to pick up the bounties from Zavala. I remind everyone every week this, because I know I personally will forget it sometimes. I will often forget to pick the bounties up myself. Zavala has 3 weekly bounties for the Nightfall. You have to pick them up. You have to pick them up from Commander Zavala. Okay? In addition, there are bounties that you can pick up from the bounty board, but those are separate. You have to go to Zavala yourself, and he will give you 3 bounties. I believe, you know what else you might want to use? A Vanguard reputation booster. Do I have any? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, use that. Strike playlist. I don't see why it wouldn't increase Nightfall. I haven't tried it myself because I tend to forget to use these. Like when I'm doing Challenge of the Elders, I tend to forget. Also, Judgment reputation boosters. So, also, this is original Destiny. You know about the skeleton keys when it comes to strikes and the Nightfall. Yeah. I think you always get a skeleton key when you do the Nightfall. So where is the Nightfall? Yeah, you do get a skeleton key when you do the Nightfall. So you'll get a skeleton key, and then you can open the chest if you don't have one. Alright, so that's the Nightfall. You also get, like, lights around your head when you do the Nightfall, which is cool. You get a boost on XP. Next, we have Challenge of the Elders, and this was a fun one. It was both good and bad. So, as you can see, I did finish it. I did not get the points. A reminder, your goal is to get a high score of 30,000, and which means one run, 30,000, get you a gun from barracks. And then, it doesn't matter how many runs you do, but a total of 90,000 get you a piece of armor. I always aim for that 30,000, because gun. Gun. Obviously. So, the modifiers are Berserk. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. Yes. There are Cabal. Just taken Cabal. So you will be dealing with taken Cabal. And those phalanxes, those taken phalanxes with Berserk are a nightmare. I died several times because of them. So the taken phalanxes. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch. They won't flinch. I save my heavy ammo, and I wait for a bunch of them to, like, lock together. And then I will hit them with a rocket. Which will at least, even if it doesn't kill them, drop their health down, so that you don't have to shoot them in the foot so much. Then you have melee kill bonus, which is great if you go with the hunter and the the hunter, gunslinger. Go with the throwing knife. You will get a lot of points. I got 115 points per kill just in the first round. So double that and triple that. So double that and then double that again. So I got like 115 points because the melee kill alone was 70 points. And then as a precision kill, you got another 45 points. So go with the knife juggler. Right over here. Knife juggler. Precision kills with throwing knife immediately reset its cooldown. So you will get the so this counts as your melee kill. But you also get the points for a precision kill. And you get the bonus points for the melee kill bonus. So like I said, you got 70 points for the melee kill. Plus another 45 points for the precision kill. And then it like doubles. And then it doubles. You're good. And then you have solar burn. Which, if you're going golden gun, like I was going, will burn through the boss. Especially if you have Celestial Nighthawk. Yes, that's why it took me less than an hour to do it. And I died several times. So I died several times and it still took me like 40, 50 minutes to get through. It just burns through the boss. Celestial Nighthawk with solar burn on a boss in Challenge of the Elders will burn through it. Anyway, the bosses were, okay, Taken Hive. So Hive, Taken Hive. Okay, just be aware of the wizards with their farts. There's 2 per round of reinforcements. Eye on them because they get pissed. They are such pissed off little whiny Karens. Just watch out for them. I used my fusion rifle, my solar fusion rifle against them. It took like 2 shots to get. Just be aware of them because they will suddenly just fart. Now you will be stuck in a gas like bubble of Hive wizard farts. but you could easily knife, throwing knife the acolytes, taken acolytes. So taken Hive is the first. The second is taken Cabal, aka Norusk, servant of Oryx. As I said, since you have Berserk, those phalanxes are not easy. The hardest part are the phalanxes because they will bang, they will do that shooting attack, not shooting attack, but that like throwing you with their shield attack. And you need to get to their feet, and they do not flinch. They don't flinch. So initially I was shooting at them, and then I was like, to hell with this. I don't need to save, especially if you're running Golden Gun with Celestial Nighthawk. Just save your Golden Gun for the boss and use your heavy on the goddamn phalanxes. At the very least, it will wear down their health. And you can use your throwing knife with the precision kill against the little scions, and that will get you plenty of points. I mean, I got 28,000, and honestly, I wasn't really trying because my goal is to find out the bosses and not really get the third. They're rough because they will not flinch. This is the one time where Berserk, when you're going up against Cabal, Berserk really makes a difference. Makes a massive difference. Watch out for the axiom darts as well. Those will sometimes like circle around your feet. So keep it. This is also one of the few bosses where there are times where I've done Challenge of the Elders without headphones on. I don't have any game sound. This is the one you need headphones on. You need to hear those axiom darts because they start increasing in number the further you get along with the boss. I was running Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo is great because Monte Carlo will fully randomly, if you miss with a throwing knife, this will and you kill with your Monte Carlo, it will randomly regenerate. Because if you do not get a precision kill, then you have to, wait for the cooldown on your throwing knife. This will reset it. It will random. So sometimes it'll be like the first kill you get, your cooldown is reset. Sometimes it'll take a couple kills. But I was running Monte Carlo. That was great to have. You can always go with one of the adept ones, the Abyss Defiant. But this is nice because it resets your melee. So the second is, like I said, taken Cabal. And the third is Fallen. Pilot Servitor of a War-wrecked Fallen Ketch. Now, I'm pretty sure those wire rifles are solar damage because those things burn through me and I died several times. Honestly, the boss himself, the Pilot Servitor of the War-wrecked Fallen Ketch, he's nothing. The only thing you have to watch out with him is the little grenades he drops. I got one of my solo runs. You'll see I don't remember which one. Those will one-shot kill you, at least as a hunter. And I'm running heavy armor. Like, I'm going as max armor as I can possibly go. Okay? And those will one-shot kill me. Like, full health to kill me. The grenades he drops. And he will sneak around. So, like, he will just be going after ads. And all of a sudden, he'll be behind you and you hear ping, 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 ping. And realize he's right behind you. So watch out for that. That's the only thing you have to worry about the boss. The boss is a piece of cake. The big challenge are the Vandals. Especially the ones with the swords who will gang up on you, like 3 of them, running at you with swords. And the problem is your throwing knife, you need a distance between you and whoever you're throwing your knife at. If you're too close, you'll just do a melee attack. You need to get far enough away so you can get the throwing knife to get you the precision kill. Keep in mind, shanks do not give you a precision kill. So don't waste your throwing knife on the shanks because it will immediately, you have to reset. Your throwing knife will go back down to 0. So you'll have to wait for it to, fill up again. But the shanks, I use the shanks from Monte Carlo. But shanks don't have a precision kill. Precision kill those Vandals. Watch out for the wire rifle. I mean, those things, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm pretty sure the wire rifle was doing solar damage. You have solar burn because there was a couple times where they like one-shot me or two-shot me, and it was a lot more damage than I expected. But the Pilot Servitor is a piece of cake, and if you're going Celestial Nighthawk with Gunslinger, burns through him. So Yeah, as I said, I got 28,000 and I wasn't really trying to get the points. My main goal was to just get the bosses so I can make this video. So that's Challenge of the Elders. Again, 30,000 points, you get you a gun. 90,000 gets you some armor. And then, finally, we have the weekly featured raid, Vossic Challenge. That's Vault of Glass. I really need to do Vault of Glass. I have some people, someone cool named Space Mango friended me on PlayStation, but I need it on Xbox. But, hey, we Destiny people, I need to start really focusing on trying to get some Destiny people, because there's a lot of new people. People don't believe me, but there are new people playing Destiny, and I highly recommend it. I've been going through these. For some reason, I never did them. I think because the rewards are year 1 stuff. So I think, I could be wrong, but I think someone was like, just don't waste your time. So I've never done them before. So, like, last week I did, the Flame Prince Oryx. I've never done that. I did, a Servitor last week. And then Skolas. I need to solo Skolas. But I've been trying to get through these because I never used to do them. So, you know what? I'll post a picture in the community tab of a picture of my strange coin. I have a strange coin. I have like the Destiny, I think it's the Taken King Collector's Edition. I found it on Mercari for really, really cheap. It was like sealed for like $40. So, and it was pretty cool. Of course, I opened it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know, do you like it if I go through stuff I know about the game, so make things easier for you. Seriously, we need more Destiny people. We need some Destiny raids done, right? We need to do some Destiny raids. As I said, I'm on PlayStation and Xbox. I have a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. So, Feline Uprising, one word, no spaces. Feline Uprising on Xbox and Feline Revolution, again, no spaces, on PlayStation, because you can have less characters on Xbox. I should come up with something easier, but it's nice to have gamer tags that don't have any numbers. And they're now on my Destiny shirts, alright? You know how you can get your tag on your Destiny shirts? And Destiny 2 is like House Cat Hero for, crossplay.